demonstration in the last court appearance. As of last night, several suspects were identified and arrests have since begun. President Barrow has assured that under our democratic dispensation, all and every person accused, no matter how heinous their alleged crime or crimes, will be accorded their rights to legal representation and go through the full legal cycle, and as in all democracies.
𝒂𝒂𝒏 will be very happy to hear that.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was. You didn't hear his commentary.
No.
He was worried about all these calls for reimposition of the death penalty and some of the public reaction you hear. Let me read this text, for instance. Hello, good morning, Uncle Peter. This man who shot the officers should not be taken to prison. Let them just investigate him, and after the investigation, let him just be killed by hanging. And all the media platforms should be present and take live TV.
The killing in cold blood, Peter, of two innocent young men, and the gunning down of a female policewoman, who were doing nothing but doing national duty. I think it's a very heinous crime.
Yes.
And anybody who celebrate this crime, really, you need to see a psychologist for some mental evaluation.
And to be honest, there have been celebrations on social media.
Yeah,
through audios and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I have been sleepless for the past one. President Barrow actually didn't sleep the whole of Tuesday night, and because he cannot just believe that people could just orchestrate this kind of thing. And Peter, I'm not going to dwell into most of the information I have.
That's why I'm not asking certain questions.
Yes,
as I sit here, I know. I've been tempted to ask certain follow-up questions.
The information is overwhelming. In America, they say TMI, too much information. And I have to be very economical, like they say in the Gambia, with what I have. At least it affects the investigation.
Absolutely.
But what I can tell you is, had the alleged gunman succeeded, he and his co-conspirators, there would have been chaos and confusion in this country, because for a good 1 week, they were surveillancing paramilitary posts, checkpoints, and they wanted to at least kill have a dozen paramilitary officers.
Really?
That was the motivation. So the police are unearthing evidence after evidence after evidence, and family members, friends who actually knew about this, people that the perpetrator spoke to and confided and confessed, should also report to the closest police station or the nearest police station. The man, after he shot these people, allegedly shot these people, was met by co-conspirators at a mosque within that vicinity, who actually provided the getaway car and drove him into the thick forest of 𝒂𝒂𝒏 for safety. So the police have uncovered this because Mr. Bojang has been exceptionally cooperative, and they're very happy with his information.
Yeah. Again, as you say, we are trying not to divulge too much, but when you talk about attack on police stations and an intention to kill more than half a dozen security officials, every time, security installations have been attacked in this country, it's been with a calculated attempt to topple the government. You're not suggesting that this could have been the latest attempt to topple a democratically elected government in the Gambia?
It would be premature to say that. However, preliminary investigations are just overwhelmingly interested. I would put it that way.
Yes. Yes, we need to be very careful.
And I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying that preliminary investigations are yielding great leads, and the police are very happy.
Good morning, Peter. I'm joining the rest of Gambians in expressing my heartfelt condolence to the victims' families and entire Gambia. Peter, I don't know what is the secret behind the shootings. I don't think it's necessary for government spokesman to come there and give us the president's reaction. We all see his reaction. Let them work on the reforms.
No. Mbe call the other number la why. Mbe call the other number la, Batting a call, dropping a call. Sorry folks, let me repeat these audios. Patient with me. You will hear the untold stories tonight.
Who actually provided the getaway car and drove him into the thick forest of 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 for safety. So the police have uncovered this because Mr. Bojang has been exceptionally cooperative and they're very happy with his information.
Yeah. Again, as you say, we are trying not to divulge too much, but when you talk about attack on police stations and an intention to kill more than half a dozen security officials, every time, security installations have been attacked in this country, it's been with a calculated attempt to topple the government. You're not suggesting that this could have been the latest attempt to topple a democratically elected government in the Gambia?
It would be premature to say that. However, preliminary investigations are just overwhelmingly interested. I would put it that way.
Yes, we need to be very careful.
And I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying that preliminary investigations are yielding great leads, and the police are very happy.
Good morning, Peter. I'm joining the rest of Gambians in expressing my heartfelt condolence to the victims' families and entire Gambia. Peter, I don't know what is the secret behind the shootings. I don't think it's necessary for government spokesman to come there and give us the president's reaction. We all see his reaction. Let them work on the reforms. I suppose that would be security reforms, truth and reconciliation. That is better. And and give the money to the people who deserve. I suppose this is about acting on the recommendations of the TRRC and also, really moving faster with the security sector reforms.
Peter, that is a great question for another day. Today, Gambians are talking about the death of two innocent men. That has nothing to do with TRRC. It has nothing to do. Well, is there evidence that these people were complicit in the atrocities that happened here 22 years ago? Absolutely not. These are young kids, Peter. So when we are addressing serious issues, let's talk about serious issues. By no means trying to diminish or devalue the significance of the TRRC is one thing I supported fully. But today, I think every conscious and conscientious Gambian should be worried that the people who actually put their lives on the line or in the line, and every day, come rain, come shine, on the roads, in the ravines, on the bridges, where there is hot or not, these are people who sometimes without even arms, Peter, stand there to make sure that we are secure. So I think when they suffer, every Gambian should actually feel that you've lost a family member.
Good morning, Peter. My fear is the judiciary to claim the culprit's insanity proven by false medical reports. I know the police will do their part professionally and efficiently. I pray for the highest place in Janneh for the deceased and a speedy recovery for the female constable. I suppose in this matter, as President says, everybody will work towards, reaching the right decision, so that all parties, get the justice they demand, they deserve. I suppose that's all. All right.
I have no evidence that fake medical reports are a tradition in court cases. Probably the questioner knows better. I wouldn't dwell on the stuff that I'm totally innocent and ignorant about.
So President Barrow has visited the crime scene. He's visited the WPC, the hospital where she's admitted battling her life. I mean, did he chat to you about his experience, things he might have said, at the crime scene in Sukuta, and what transpired between her and, the victim in hospital?
Until the investigations began to unravel, he actually wasn't so he was just so curious what the motivation.
Everybody wants to know what the motive for this attack is, yes.
And Peter, Gambians are also very good at confusing people. After the right person was identified and arrested, they started providing images and photos of wrong people, totally innocent.
Yeah, that's what
just to confuse people.
That's what social media does.
In this case, though, I think social media has done a good job. I think families talking, and then they say he's in neighborhood, he's here. So sometimes social media is not all that,
No.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying all the time.
Yeah, positively put to use is a very good tool.
Absolutely.
Yes, but negatively.
And that was why it was designed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not to insult mothers and Yeah.
He gave 100,000 to the victim or the victim's family, I understand.
The victim's family.
Yeah.
Yes, that was $1 million bounty for anybody who may. In this case, I think since it's government.
That's the bounty on the head of the running away. But I hear 100,000.
Yes, the 100, and then the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Momodu Sow, also actually gave $25,000 on behalf of the police there. And as we went to press, like we say, I know the police female network, of which the lady is a member, has also been coming together, and they plan to, I think, also visit the hospital and also give some money to help in her recoveries.
All right. Let me see. There's one text here I must read. It's about you and
We actually still have it. There's just a moratorium. President Barrow has decided to place a moratorium on it, but to the best of my knowledge and belief, I think it is still in our books. So that's what it is. It doesn't mean that it has been crushed off the Constitution. It is still there.
Okay.
He just decided that there is a moratorium on the death penalty.
This is the text I was looking for. Good morning, Mr. P. My condolences to the officers who have lost their lives at the hands of this killer. On the other hand, I am happy that Sankara is back on the program. Please, Peter, try to keep him coming to the Tuesday program. It is important for the public to express their concerns about the government, even though they cannot solve all the problems they hear from the people. And this is from a very, popular texter. Can you guess? Bubakar Sano from Fajikunda.
Oh, okay.
He's been texting like for ages.
I thought he's the guy from Faraba.
No.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you very much for coming. And, if there are more major developments within the next 24 hours, we'll drag you back into the studio here.
Yeah, I'll call you and give you the information.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
My profound pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Yes.
All right, we end today on a major development in the debate over FGM and its criminal.
Just hold on your audio down and play.
Bingala mo inte fanga malakula wallahi malakula lama fombalo ka jara hakke ko ñun duntam na ñami ko ñun man fenna keno nata na tenne be mol commandila malam fambe min fon commandila pour ka ko mo ñim faye pour ka ñim police ay jila nomba masoto man ñin police ñata ko mel momo dina nomba soto billahi so mo dole forumo ko na janto ngo commandi ngo faye ngado fana commandi no fo ala tam makoy ngamodo commandi state house nga foye billahi bari ko to ma ñi nga natake moti wo jata ba so kata faye police ol fenke Senegal police ol fenke nata yamuta sandar molol yamuta sayat anu ni wo fango ni ko to ma ñi faye be silo kay bakanna butum landi jay nata na modo nano mbadi mo la police nyaton ka dole mo inde ko man beri nga ko mo fo ko nyako to nyal ma ko nyako be Senegal so jaro le bula ko nyako bakan na ko nyako ko to manyim famo am jeta balati aya kata bake billahi ibakan.
Okay, I'll be available, but I already do fan play. Just hold on.
Yalo ngok mo kilin fa usin lo fa no file kutu ame ma Kuno ni minke date. Probablement minke date. Muka me foi sai. Kuno tuyele fusuto le ben kilika. Ko police fula fat. Sai ngama bun ko lete ni be diamo. O se wata sokuto kimi fa o fe wala le tango fondo. Mo sala mo. Bari mi barata mitra. Usin. No. Aliake baro minna ale adama minna est-ce que ite ndeno temo yen na la famille temo bi ite min keten e ya man sala to tinya kodi ha ala pesa baro to tinya parce que bi police fulo e nyimbe way faytele ko kono est-ce que mo ko nyima o mo ko beto ha imaje ala wala to harama din kan nyonto ni kodi ngai nyonto ni kodi imaje ala isaba iborta ina ta fo jante ha afene adama be siri kodi ala imaje ala kito la ten sai imaje sai ida be na jante be dia mu kan telephone ajobi mar phone bi mar ibo ni ko bay termina dokundonde mar ya min kala won ya min kala problem ko mo na de karaso man ko ni bekia man ka ko bekia hada won de nda mo gam mo ni problem ko no mo ko mo problem ko no ma ko no abala fa len de bi ko na da ko ni ko jiber la ti jamba ko no ma ko jibero ka de bar musman
Greetings, folks. Greeting to each and every one of you out there watching. Any information was here. Ne mensake no audit yasia. Ne mensaje njani no bango kone yasia. Atol mbina kila UDP. I love YouTube channel old. Nale kodo menso do jalse na sianye sasa mbanya na silang. Because mbe kodo di la yama. On that serious note. Just be patient with me. albe untold stories albe wole moyla gambe dingola latala al talam al malala al talabalabolo. I have a special message for United Democracy Party too. Al Sonda, fine. Al Mansam, Akobalabolo. Janimbe, Alain audio lamola, Alain Musol la plan, Alain cook stories on lamol. Mina I'm being elaborate lalia one by one. Will elaborate every sentence been manipulated, cooked. I'll be able to translate it. You know. Janimbita details to the untold stories. Alimbata this Usman. Who is this Usman Boja? Madam Usman Bojante. I will tell you a brief story about Usman Bojang. Usman Bojang was born and raised in Casamance. Gamenor Alsondayina, fine. Almansawala, Allah Haj Babul Jel. This man, Mafamanke Gamenor did. But he has a relative in Senegal, and that's where he was born and raised. The so-called gunman. This man, he was enlisted to the Gambia Armed Forces. Usenu Bojang, very good. And then he dropped. During Adamabaro Sakunda Nata, is over 100 and something Gambian armed men. Ye menu sindi mantra do ko dol bije men yalan ko birim banko falende yalan ko manke Gambia dingol rek ye banko bulale dunta dol seta Casamance. Ali including the Casamance rebel leader ikameng alaj ko mu Casamance rebel leader dingolati. Ali ya remember ali story ni la mola fire by Gambia Armed Forces atata media ya employ. Walati na ngo Gambia nole Gambia dingol nyante ya yele especially Jola la communities and Mandinko la communities. The most hated tribes in that country, as for now, Adama Barrow men create, wale Mandinkoldi and in Jolalo. Adama Barrow la manza kunda man la finye siflo la Bangkoka. And these are the indigenous Gambians. Even the history book of Safele. Mafoko the other seal manke Gambian oldi. I'll say la moy na afikolo hasidolo. The history ye mol menutara Gambia kono. Gambia bring Gambia be sotala as a country. Ye the founder sol menutara je. Alte jola albondi no la kono. And then the Mandings. But B Anambra left a to follow Bangkok in many ways. Either job opportunity them. I will elaborate more on that serious note. So this man, the gunman, this innocent person, il a plan momenti, ya cookle with this man. They will pay him huge amount of money. Ibala family members will meet tonight. You need a further discussion on Inkela. But mistakenly will start an interview with Kerefatu. Gamenon I'll be courteously. This man may come that and come and gunman or whatsoever is going to be a falsified court case. He is not even part of this shooter. He is not. The shooter level on tonight. Who is the gunman? The Hitler tonight. So let him go back to the audio. Kerefati interview men soto with the victim family. Gameno lela mo fanala.
So no say ku jamal lek. Ya understand. Ndemo ngani yo so Oceania. Ko Oceania tiya so bakal tuwa muso nyinti nyanga dunje. Ya understand. Ba wa tara bo nyi fana wote so hono. Ay motole sang. Obo nyi deko. So ate ko amwele oni tuwa muso ke dia o ka ko be moto sanne. Ya understand. Yarate ala Facebook ni scam ala ya scam. Ataka message yo minki musin no man foka al message yo nyim block le ate fonkal on message yo sa fa ka ke musin no ya understand ken misunderstanding tani musin no tema so ate ko dekole ko fo ala boni wala ka tele ko be fo because mi ka fe musin fo musin no wa ate long bakere anate fen kudol sama dungo ka fo musin no ya understand so deko yo be fo nye nga bono ko yara ko la ndoke wala fo nyana akon so la fay diamay nga wonti problem tin do malom be diam la ele ya understand de ko tata odi de ko tarin ko la ni bijane odi fonte fo mon diam seni o sanata la ni de ko tara siri nga de ko fon kon don
de jam fa bala ñu audit because wato ban soto
so de ko ge mo kelal so de nal diam o danta wala ha atata so ko binta fon jide na odi o ko la inde fon stress ha anata le fa inde fon muta enemy le was and sangole ke don jang ko to ke banda non jang sajuma so de ko nyin nata nan jang ala boni wona la muto nata nan jang fo ntolle tata non nyora sangadula we muto nyin bak jang mbodo nan sangadula multa da bade singole nata nan tata furi sanin do so ntol dunta de ko la muto la bukata bade ko bos pour fu bade ko do jang fadal ya understand afan ko nyoko ndefa yeje de ko la muto ko no bon o ba bondale ngam fadal because ndeni de ko problème ko nte je de ko la moto ko no so ngalon ko iten de ko fambe ku kin wala kon ngaw senu ngante mo ngoni so de ngay sangole keta so nte bole ko no ngay bayti kata nyami e man ken diade usenu akoy ko nyaade ngay dem e nyamatal de ngay do la family kabirin de be mol mil don ante la family kabirin dinding ndara na family mol mi be ya kabirin bari kundal don on ya fon ngante ne ma nyamati jejeede wote de kap ko mol min fonte nyamala ka simangira afon en lora nyakulo allo asira ya nyakulo molanga akoy ko nyaade ko fo nyaade ngay ajube rek in a sense ite ko kumol min be fo ni watin kon ngay de man ken diade akoy okay adabu na kuro sai ko sa jere ko mteni de ko belari nyoko na atata ya on san defana sita mbiye saturday en sunday avilta na stress oni amon konton ma konton abala misonora so watra skuta le babulo skuta ni mala samundo la sanyade la bala bol na ra fonyo ko ma skuta ni sanyade de mina skuta ni wafi ateni wo stress o be kering as skuta babula ni skuta ni buri baraka tambe jam so ndefon buta jane be buta salora na nebo afanyi kodani pabi mije mario kamara o be naka nde buta fu salora jam ateni skuta buta nante so ndeka fundi bunado jata kofta ateni skuta ni bo jiobe lorin silokan so anyata dive jam ma fon ta dami jioti je so ko do kebe naka atata fa ta jiyo nyina aman dive no ten atata no ko do kebe naka ni lamin ay te jiyo ko jiyo satta ko do ke nyinga so solo kili o fana man diama e so kam fata la fata no kan ko no abla ngata ni hakilo la bos ko do kebe je afani patanga tanga explain ko do ke nganda bola ko dum fundi tan nimbol be siri yuro ko janta sira je mun tan ndata nganku bonna ku tay mo fon solo ki data fon nata non ko data o sen fon nata no sonde no yi mbe ko la watu men anata na dun dal bun kono al bun be ko mat so ko do kela siram bal men bal bun kono siram ba kinu yi kanyan ndi ya ay wolondi no la bun la kono adunda kono ta o siram folo cikana ay o funtindi na anata fe non ko ke so ndela boxo bi tool boxo lon na angale friend do la dina no ja na tool boxo do ko ron lente wol bala bun la kono
let me fast forward
ay o fana funtindi na story mo be ko ma burim ba so yalo na bo kajal kono rek ata bakar nata na futa wo jana ka futa na fani be siri jana ka futa kana no ay to kana sire no kana aka sire o disturb sa bi non kono man na mo be dan kana sire ay sire kondo afunta na na mo kondo ka be mo kondo ko ya murta na sire kan jam ko na ta sire peron ko jan sire be sire jam so ani sire be kajala so defam buta na silo kan data na sire ta feja ngo bol bula na silo kan be sire ta bakar fe
well alta kere fatu ale ñu audio ñi labanje because wato ñi man soto and let me start the untold stories na information on back on fancy fintin follow fancy elaborate follow after ngala mobile you know okay Gambia Jumalam Pablo Diabiti. Megameno la mind recall back in July 18th, July 20, 17th of July. Sorry, let me go back. 14th of July, 17th of July, 18th of July, and 25th of July. Kula happened to Gambia. Alberta Kalamalaba. Pablo Jabi Pereira is a Guinea-Bissau national, but I family members will be here in Gambia. It's a drugs cartel. This Pablo Ferreira or Pablo Jabi and in Fatimata Baro and in Fatimata Baro, the Gambia Police IG Ablai Sanyang, Adama Barrow, the President of the Republic of the Gambia. They are very good friends. In a friendship, Pablo Jabi was introduced to First Lady as a businessman. And in First Lady not a business proposal on your sort. They established a company, export and import. For First Lady le toba balabang. For First Lady toto kaitol nyimbalabang. Bari kamoneke eka good sole import and export, including the rice like importations. This Pablo Jabi is directly dealing with Gambia government officials, including Ablai Sanyan, the police IG. Including the highest government high-profile officers, including the ministers, the permanent secretaries of Adama Barrow government. Through this Pablo Jabi and First Lady, the office of the First Lady la foundations, the Gambia First Lady, Adama Barrow's wife, and including unknown minister, including the permanent secretaries. You draw Kolemota, Belgium, about 40 blocks cocaine, which was sent through Adama Barrow ministers and then on behalf of the First Lady, la business foundations. Nyindroko nyimbala jumale address taje. This is the Pablo Jabi. The investigation of men nati nanje. Biria nyindroko case nyimota in Belgium. Ye information on him passed to liaise with the Gambia, the Interpols. The Belgium government Interpol or like the airport Interpol use. Kanapro Gambia government indro konying ya konyim verify a brother flight man a flight nina date and the time, including the government official mayor Bondi Gambia. Your information on a D. The Gambia that was back in 14th of July. Imota Koriki area addressed, government doesn't do anything. Imota Koriki area addressed now. The Belgium government sent ila Interpol a special delegation on the will in the Kataka office of the Adama Barrow. Ka Adama Barrow meet. ya fire kala government official involved tale, including ala first lady ye information o men gada ko Adama Barrow la first lady Fatimata Bah Barrow anala nyin business partner Pablo Jabi ila name nyin appeared this drug case nyin konole yeme muta Belgium. Biro happened to Mamena. The Adama Barrow government refused to make any statement. In Adamuneke, ye DLA, Gambia Drug Enforcement Agency, ye olele kumandi, wo Belgian ye report solmendi, ye name solmen including ye, pruko name solmen be wiped out. Can name solmen be wiped out? Can name solmen be wiped out? In Moneke, the Gambia DLA or DLA, the Gambia Drug Enforcement, Natanamone D. Ye press release in Bonica, Belgian la details. I told member Europe Conajal Benjibeka and America. I told European la police role at the airport. They cannot lie in finding information. They have a very sophisticated machine, very sophisticated technologies, whereby they can trace any information, the communication tools, to get the fact report. Isabella Benjibe Kanjang. The German la police model be jamina la konibla da criminal ya kone camera ko. Ikoye camera ko ye Bluetooth le kebala. Tubabo le technology soto le kela bon kono penetrate. Kela cloth sol nyin ka penetrate ka camera le kabala ka some article ndin jolanga kono dron. They will be able to trace you even ila samato kono isaduni no jele. Idun da dawde be trace le be information be dunna any location to location ba be trace out la jele. The Adama Barrow government your information on neta ya deny. Amanda would lato de. Yale narna muneke koteke. Through Gambia police and intelligence officers investigation, Sulanding Kunjaro was present at that information. Many are assigned to do the information. Kai this man na mobile nyinta ka tap gamtel. In aratala this Pablo Jabi, communication banning Gambia government official mentema, including the ministers. Many number appeared many dinner na wala nyente the first lady, another business transaction or important export. And in the Gambia Police IG apply sign na communication or yole trace, including the President Barrow. The Gambia in another press release from the IGP and then Kabona Gambia Drug Law Enforcement and in the Office of the President, eco information or yementa this this Pablo Jabila mobile kono ya be delete. Now the charges ye draw come muta oblige or bria ye memutabulu. Say left out draw case nyine over tonna ya kemundi money launderers. Bruka Gambia government official only seal. Unena na happen. The Belgium government na presso landika. The Gambia government official me along kabe borikang. He is part of because this Pablo, one lawyer Jabba ya released because the information on me allegation on me deal and what is the actual factors are totally different. In other tie only release. This Pablo Jabi, and in the government official on me bulata konobi. The Gambia security unit or la checkpoint will be checking nalaje. Adama Barrow one of the government official la security officers will mean la government official will protect. Wolle be la vehicle will kono bitaka. Yenyen PIU officers will tara woleto Johnson onyento. Because la checkpoint all to them. And the suspect ako this government official draw call le bala motokono. And a bodyguard soul wolle these people will tie yes suit. According to Sulanding Kunjaro information mendina, this allegation on ikamemfo. It is a fake. It is a cook stories. Government official me alonka be abscond kan ka Gambia banko bula me alonka include tanyin trace in kono. Whatever banko bula ka another security guide because they are part and parcel of that drug case. And that case in me find latimela. But the government ba try can ka kunyin divert ye business on yin money laundry business but business on established tale Fatumata Baro anu Pablo Jabi will business we can export and import bang mano dabi jele the basic needs but it can base back moneka cocaine transportation to the western world ilafta kunyine be fala duma o kesi draw case nyine fala yo man in charge ibo release ya samba yake money laundering. So minister me alon ka be banko bulakan government high official me alon ka dabulata in drug case nyin kono la bodyguard sol wole nyin paramilitary fasilo kan. But Adama Barrow has a plan. Ngale this Usenu Boja. This Usenu Boja or whatsoever. The guy is just innocent. It's a book, it's a cook stories. Merely ya tabile. Ya plan monekama. Walen ila aim and objective momenti wala nyentiko UDP. Nyanta banale. UDP be banna nyadile. I am coming to that. There's one Mukhtar Jallo and one by Matar Seka, Hatab Bojang, and Al Hassan. I think Al Hassan Bojang. Did that name you more sort of correctly? And another lady Bijekafa called Janneh Mane. And Fatumata Sawane, is it Sawane or Suarez Sawane? Nyinmu mole timene alonko, mole botanang, even Guinea-Bissau. Let me tell you, just last week, Macky Sall sent 150 soldiers in the Gambia nga fale ne biri ekwasla molbe boka Gambia betala. Make another extra 150 soldier will di Adama Barrow. This is a plot against United Democratic Party and Yankuba. Nani la mo nyemusundi me alon kai audio release. It's one of these ladies me alon ko ngalat nge tol mention alite. These are the people yemeni yalon ko ye kile. Inyanda tala lawyer dabo la mafona lawyer dabo ya. Ibe another solid investigation ole create kame alonko. These people ole ngamena toli falete. Nyine mo multimeni alonko communication over tarra nyine tema ko they are part and parcel of the United Democratic Party. Ko tolining a communication also with some of the United Democratic Party members. They will pretend ko UDP kodole ditola to operate kataka Gambia parliamentary take attach kataka violence in create parliamentary kang ulbe kido lil tala pur kataka operation okay be killer in a kind of violence leti. The president will use his executive power to arrest some of the members of United Democratic Party through this allegation of in paramilitary men fatally. There are cook story men along happened. In Gambia NIA Sita is headed by Usman Sonko. Adama Barrow meeting will be as at now. Emergency meeting is going to held at State House as early as possible tomorrow morning, including the entire security heads. Will be happen at Gambia by early in the morning, first thing in the morning Friday. Press release in Bina Dila. Ila aim objective for Adama Barrow wala nyendiko. They will start to arrest some of the important members of United Democratic Party. As I speak to you, there are some parliament members many alonko commanded right now prokatake questions. Aliamo le sankare findi na wala nyama. Ila investigation of manta, but the entire plan is toward UDP. Sankare Gambia hint wala ka Gambia la reaction ojibe. Ka United Democratic Party la reaction ojibe. Wolbe mune bondila. United Democratic Party. ikala reaction e bole jibe kan sankarela in statement oni ika United Democracy Party le jibe as a party for the press release le bonne laba ila reaction obe kala moneti not in Janneh summer by 10 o'clock Adama Barrow will start to arrest some of the important people in the United Democracy Party. And guess what? If there's any demonstration of violence, UDP is going to be banned. Adama Barrow will use his presidential executive to ban UDP. I remember in the last program before this happens. I spoke about Yankubala case before this happens. I spoke about the plan against UDP in the last program. Ya Adama Barrow la masakunda be consequences men face can the difficulties. Gambia Banko be faka in Janneh December. Adama Barrow government is dead, economically bankrupt. Janneh December. Aliano ko Brikama Aerial Council. All this bruhaha mbekering. Brikama Aerial Council. Ika kodomendu ni Gambia kono. There's no even the company, even the Gambia Port Authority buko do ni Gambia economy kono. Do you know that? Gambia la entire hotel building or entire industrial season on me Gambia kono. A bela tax ka jo minto Brikama Aerial Council. That's a multi-million project. Without that millions of dollars, Gambia government is going to be bankrupt. And therefore, Adama Barrow ye suggest Adama Barrow na Gambia economy be red light. They need to do something. Europeans are not giving them any money. Gambia government na official not involved money kono by exporting, by using the power, their diplomacy status to transport the cocaine. Nga fale jane Gambia or cocaine or 12 container or 2 tons of container men at Gambia is empty. The Gambian government official like transport in the name of business investors. So the economy be rate lightly. The only thing Adama Barrow need to menkela will be Anyanda one of these biggest institutions like Brikama Aerial Council and KMC Anyanda cleaners of Lanyin. They did their survey. The amount of money can be generated in West Coast. Obe Adama Barrow to survive in the next 6 months. Within that 6 months, he can try at least I mount a little bit. When you man up a little bit, European also sort of they are going to be a kind of reforms and other things. But having this Brikama Aerial Council now will help them to survive for the next coming days. Because in the next 3 months, Adama Barrow cannot pay his servicemen. Adama Barrow cannot pay the government officials, the civilians in that country, the students. I don't know, the teachers cannot even get a salary. They cannot. The nurses, the soldiers, the army, and the police. And therefore, they had to make sure to get Brikama Aerial Council. But they cannot get Brikama Aerial Council without banning UDP as a political party. How can they ban United Democracy Party? They have to create a violence. How can they create a violence? They have to make an allegation towards United Democracy Party by associating these killers. If even they government official no go, Gambia government official or body ala security ala bodyguard me alam ka dabra drug case le kona be borikan ka banko bula wala ni security personal ta ye sutie fa imagine tata nyim bold in ye cook story nyinde da ye muso de da nyimuso men kan audio nyim prepare ta ala nyimuso ni Adama Barrow bari muso Adama Barrow la the same modern father, they are third friends wala ni audio ni release Adama Barrow la wife la best friend wala ni ode ni release yenyi ne met yake komen wotata jululune this musome yen kumo falete amanta han Casamas dauda abe siring Gambia and this boy me yamota he was never ever been to Casamas and munafona na happen. The funniest part of it, the so-called document so little data, wala dung kasamas anala entry. Nga posi na world bala the dates are not even tally. Ni ala entry date nyingi moment yana ke depart ila entry date nying o keta 2023 but ila arrival date keta 2028. How can that be possible? Logically ya katabato de dala ke ya fale ya print out nyama ka publish ko ka media la inta a mistake taka date sol nyi cheka bala alta na wolo bala ba jibe la jela Gambia dingolo especially United Democratic Party. This is the information. Al sonta al tol Gambia nol menike la mal. Fine. Al masola. Al see for Janneh Sam. Sinin nyol. Al be press release member. The number of arrests. The United Democratic Party nyanta very solid audio. Inyanta wole bondila. Pertaining to this allegation Ibrahima Sankare mengene. Gambia dingol bele nyanta manopla. Ibrahima Sankare la statement on ying me alonko ila investigation on manta ila conclusion on yinke ila finding Ibrahima di by membe falete kwa they have a bunch of information. It's all blatant lie. There's nothing truth in that statement. It's all blue lie. That man is one of the most idiotic pathological liar in that country. It all been fabricated. Let him just go and call the attention of the people to see the reactions from the United Democratic Party and other Gambian citizens. This boy may atananteng. He's having a mental distress. This boy has been paid to do this job. This boy, he has been paid to do this job. This boy registered the Gambia Armed Forces. The intake of make agricultural intakes. I told many along Gambia South. Gambia long. I was in the Union military barracks. Almost every intake of that intakes, every individual in that intakes, majority of them pass through na area. Most of the medical checkup, X-rays, I conducted by myself. You can find agricultural intakes. This agricultural intakes, another Gambian yadile. Yaya Jammeh initiate. This plan was initiated by Yaya Jammeh. You don't need any qualification to be part of the Gambia Armed Forces. You only need a Gambian birth certificate. I can vote time on the back to. I could grow what you eat. I don't know. Is it grow what you eat or whatsoever? I slogan in that. You understand? Sorry? Exactly. Grow what you eat. Eat what you grow, or whatsoever. I forget. Somebody is reminding me. This slogan was Yaya Jammeh create. I back to Kanilale, back to farm. So in order to do this, I Gambia Army use la purcoach. What time I in qualification mean that to enlist. Grow what you eat. Fine. Very well. I'm not permanent secretary, yes, you know. I wasn't at the only qualification that the Gambia Army need was a Gambian birth certificate. Majority of people are multinational, different part from the Gambia, including the customers and surrounding. Farm. That's where this guy was part of the enlisted Gambia. He was enlisted to the Gambia Armed Forces. And then after 2016, Alian is over 150 Gambian soldiers Romania Borte Bankobula. Over 150 to 60 Gambian soldiers Romania Bankobula. Majority of them, some of them are part of the junglers. This boy is part of that one. This boy, a lot of family in Yeninga, if he was not part of the Gambia Army, they can deny it. United Kerefatu is too early to interview these family members. I don't know about family, a mistake on made, the government a mistake on made to have this boy. ye boy ni na benta tuma mena ka allegation on safe ka allegation on ta ka fabricated story told ta with the names nga men mention ali jam yina ta kay na family member sol nyimeti. Thank God there's a journalist many yalam kitata yina family member sol meti interview ali amone. This this man has nothing to do with the army. They don't even he doesn't know anything. But I never sankare molako there are ye jole. In other money for koteke. Because this man is a security officer at the Brikama Area Council. Thank you, Yankoba Dabo, for releasing that bold statement, Katandiko. This man has nothing to do with the Brikama Area Council, and he was never part of it. And then the most ridiculous part of it, Biriko Bojang. Gamenon, Joral, Maningol, I have a message for you from the Sulanin Kunjaro. Sulanin Kunjaro langayon fale. Sulanin Kunjaro is not a Mandinka. And Sulanin Kunjaro manke Jolati. But a gamen full of forum. My message you di Jolal ni Mandingol. Mandingol alila moede. Jolal alila moede. Alin kumota almata al-sonda al-mansong al-talam. Anama baro benyi membelateng. After the December election, Adama Barrow kido le ordinance. Joran Jau Balo, Alama Sakunda ordinance through Senegal, Macky Sall. Aliana ko Macky is a rebel. Macky Sall nyola plan sul be felikan. Alma nyi kudita le membe kering Gambia konote. Dunia le kono. Macky la plan will be felikan through this coup d'etat. Macky is the worst tribalist, idiotic president in that Africa. Within the Africa at large. Makanyole aim and objective sort of will be failing gradually. I've been saying this to the Gambian, you cannot listen to my views. You cannot listen to the message from the Sulanding Kunjaro. Menkanyi kumo fanya fulolam. Fula dingolam. Gambia ding kendolam. Our parents are very proud of him. Anama baronyo lanyin tribal sentiment be membeke kanteng. Ila eman objective munedi ka jolal ni manding called talandi. Ikoneo kerek they will be able to conquer that states. Iko as long you marry ima unity sororek Gambia mendia tetole be olekelaje. Do you know why? After the December 2021 rather. Adama baro masakunda gone so let order now. Almama adama baro la diamo kona kadiam parliament da nyanda police empower nyande they have to be armed in order to protect the territorial integrity. It's all fake. They are trying to create a special segment within the Gambia PIU against the army. They want to empower the PIU over the Gambia Armed Forces. Ye kidol nyin samana na kadi Gambia Armed Forces all. Anamabaro ko ikane arm. Ikana Gambia army arm. Do you know why? Iko statistic ile yanajeko. The Jolas are the majority in the Gambian Armed Forces because ya jame wole empower ya ikajeko ya tani anambaro lako ya jame afan sasala ala tribe men solela. And there are people many they are still bitter against your state because ya jame priority men dile mo dile sang. Ikai if you empower them it be overthrowable. Jola ale nkumo mwele. Ikai and then there are the senior officers in the Gambia army abenyin sifulo lel tema. And these are the majorities in the army. Okay, if you empower them, near unity sort of the Kibela Masakunda Boendela. Anamabaro Kato Kido deliver to the Gambia Armed Forces. Well, that na eba reform laje. Because you will not the Pruka reform yanki. After the reform, they will empower the Gambia Armed Forces. This was the agreement, and it was funded by the EU. Anamabaro Masonkakaki. Another question on yin divert, and the interest part yin divert. Nyadna party jalonatinang as PIU at the same time. Atelemudi la quick response team yina head yindi. Alana moneke. Because sai the Gambia PIU le empower to protect that country. It's like they are going to use the Gambia PIU against the army. Ali Adama Baroja left this system and create law Bangkok. Emota kotaki just recently, ya another arm solid order nampuruka Gambia PIU officer solin yintaki in power. Inarna advising in dialeko Adama Barrow foreman na hani. This statement was from Adama Barrow. Another moneke. Akweno kalakana kido dealer. Because Senegal mantra tembering follow. Alibat ni Senegal tembera. We can start to empower them. Ale Adama Barrow la divide and rule jele. Adama Barrow is dividing Gambianola. The strategy Yajame may use. Yajame was a military officer and he's very smart and intelligent. He knows how to manipulate the minds of the Gambians, especially within the army. Yajame made his people that Katandilako, his genius, his extraordinary individuals. He adulterated the ability to Yajame from Kunamana Makatile. But a smartness, he's a smart criminal. Yajame army divided into segment. Each segment book bonyola information or kalama. Nin segment do anyu I silani let's say the GNA, the National Guard, will look at any information sort of from the junglers. In fact, the GNA, they are very afraid of the junglers. The number of junglers existed in the Gambia, they are not that much at that particular time. But the moment you name jungler, the Gambia entire army was part of the junglers. This is the strategy that Yajame used. And the jungler was consisted between Yajame Pickle from the police, from the PIU, from the army, a mix, including the civilian and the green boys. I nearly collaborated in the IK special segment in the Gambia army. They operate how they want it. So, I think like information on Gambia, within the Gambia sphere servicemen, nobody is there to talk to one another because they are all afraid of. Hey, Alex, yebe kumomen fokan kunu yamwele. Memendi yamu kanu kunu yamaji. Bi wole be findi kananteng. Kunu nanga enkumovu. Bi ajele bi sankarisa da C airport. Kunu later because in Boranang hospital the time it was very late. So let's go back to this topic. This is what Adama Barrow tried to create now. Adama Barrow is trying to do this similar one. But at the PIU la quick, I don't know, the QRF, quick reinforcement forces, in Adama those many alonko, they were the heads. Adama Barrow lebe bondi jesila. It is headed by Party Jallo. At the same time, Party is the head by is the head of Gambia PIU. Just recently in Kamemfale, they order another weapons. But Senegal instability may be the PIU officer. They want to empower them. Adama Barrow na damuneke. More many alonko, they use them to go and throw the tear gases on either after the presidential election. In Anajibe, the majority many alonko mena tear gas on your fire. Nibe army, if those who knows the service, nibe ta any operation. Ultimately, tata ye kidol menu dialla. Each kiddo nala number and sorry, each kiddo probably might be have a number, but every bullet a be a number so that and a number ni ka be record le. Ika jelle di. Ini jelle bita operation le be jelle fight and into table nyanta ka record la kote ke jelle fight and jelle tutaje. So more many alan ko ma audio ngay fana last audio kon la. More many alan ko ma fight na raji be ko majority me alan ko man tia gas of fight UDP military on account during double dato. Na raji o more men be wood lato. Ina raji be ko majority bije manding call le bije. You manding call be kick out that force that's forcing in colonel. But yeah, I don't want to be money kick you know. Gambia nolo. Gambia dingolo. Ankali in tribalism ko ala bonda la ko kono. Ali unity soto. Adama Barrow can kill more than what Yaya Jammeh did. Abe men ko to na succeed tajang. He will kill more than what Yaya Jammeh did. To use PIU against the army, Aliala will be disaster men Koslo Banko Kanya is going to be a very terrible one. for that matter. A very terrible war. Alama alen tangawala. Alam barona ala molbe men koto gambe bankoka. Ala umari mazata la be kupi kungoka. Alam baro be abe masibo me wulu kota u bankoka. Abe sunna jumala la fana. Gambe dingolo. Nale could be to Bulokonoji. Ikafko investigation be on. Let us not make any comments. Aliya remember nga audio mende dano. Molia start Janneh be wela. Ibe yankuba dab talbe ben sudala employment okay. Yankuba la employment okay. Special hypocrite group of wilda against one another. Aliya la monemo ajarab anambaro la major concern now. Jumana nyanta succeed la. Adama Barrow be menko nala be Senegal be menkeka. The tribal card that Macky Sall is playing in Senegal. These people have a very mission. The West African economy, West Africa, in order to be in total control of the West African economy, they have to install the kind of individual they need in West Africa. The presidents, they have to choose. And this it has to be their own tribe men's. Imagine the largest tribe in that country, some idiotic Mandingoli fana be miracle ko nyam ha mandinga president nyanda sotlaje. Al salon ko nyimu strategy le me yalan ko ya install, and this is their aim and objective in that West African states. Macky Sall jiba strategy men play. Ousmane Sonko le nyanta kala la soksi soda. Ousmane Sonko is a jola. Ay mune chala. Ay mo allegation le landaka. Abe mon plan ki kan pour Ousmane Sonko te keno la mansati nyame. Anda alone ko ni Ousmane Sonko kita mansati sunyaro men kita la mansakunda momen fada jaba soronale. Imagine plan no men de Senegal be deri de folo. Baraji be bi Macky Sall la party bila sonda kate lola ko teki. Ay mo neki je. Abulai wada dingo me yalan ko wala nyanta kila ala successo ta men sorona moto ko teka pardon. Inata wala empower pour ka lonni. Halifa Sallah nyol men yalan ko yes soron Senegal wol be mu big opposition on pour men nyanta kila ala successo de baro mo jumalete. Ay mo neki wala. All these prominent surwal men yalan ko be Senegal, they are opposition leaders. Karana le modi. Macky Sall mo nekele. I be very good, I will do that. I be strong. I'm gonna kill her. I be strong, I convict. I be bondi line out. Premier minister president in Senegal. Aliaje Macky Sall be strategy me use can Senegal is solo Sirwale kan. And Sirwale they are the almost majorities in Senegal. Let me tell you this, Gambia. Macky is telling exactly what Adama Barrow need to do in that country. Be Macky Sall na moneke officially. Yaya moneke abla wada dingonyin drop. Another Senegalese opposition on the Surwa drop. Another moneke. Another na flole tombong. Ako menyanta kila la succeed to because jikita ula kuni okita president of the Senegal without a kid in la Cassaron. A similar one just raised in the Gambia. Ye mone ye Adama Barrow na mol city analyze nyingi. Ikaye ko jumal nyanda kila succeed odi. Ye aje ko there are two prominent Gambian nebe je many anonko ni ole keta Adama Barrow la succeed odi ye analyze le ajibe. Ye opportunity fa ikaye yamere jumal sila mansa atinyano ane abelafila nala mansa banda kana ki UDP. Hanata another political party libina. Hani ya jamele bina sila banko kate borata asylum odini. That's exactly what Adama Barrow need. Who is going to protect him? Who is not going to jail him? Anambaro te keno la fugitive te nyadile. Anambaro la first lady ta bulano la nyadile. Because anambaro la masakuna banda first lady babulala. So wape morning ina membe sila bangoka. Membe security dila, member empower la ta kitini la ta sarana. Monfula la papi lenteje. Adama Barrow the 𝒂𝒄𝒊𝒏 owner, al 𝒂𝒄𝒊𝒏 owner tofanyama. The businessman, Mohamed Jah. I Mohamed Jah le kumandi. Yala bori use kang because Mohamed Jah is a businessman and he's a fuller. I will command the pro naji do bekela la soksi soti nyadi. Onara division on yinarije. rana moneke kotake inara fa ko no sidin jana assurance diala ko I will be your protector bari anam baro moldi me anan ko ni advise ka ko ni sidin jata be soronale so now anam baro is in a dilemma juman nyanta kila mansati so anam baro inana mem fa wala nyindiko there are two prominent Gambian be jeni wala kida mansati be soronale wala mu jumalti talbe ben sudalem yankuba dabo ikai but near talbe la karoji be he can be very linear in terms of taking certain drastic measures ikai but yankuba ni okije there is no way you have to shut that man down yaje wala nga some nga few individual men yananko ila personal ideals ila tawle impose la gameno la kay lafta jumale kala mansati nka fo yankuba e ko nyuni men ke promote ka fo ko be kala mansati taken ola mansati e be la feature le tinyale bula aliyaje bimbe wala kon lambi I'm not a prophet but na prophecy fela be reveal come from that particular mind model finita je tata attack personally me alonko I was not even referring to them yene tanale kani yankuba ketapere hani akai hani ila family anything acquire ikaya be soronale anu banko kata nyamen bi I see no reason they see no way anama baro be 2026 election o win no nyadele ida be gambela judiciary really use la to do whatever they want billahi wallahi tallahi Gambia dingolo imala message lati. This is what Anambra want. United Democracy Party. Let me conclude this Jolas and Mandinga's issue. Slanin konjara na fanya. Jola ni Mandingolo. Site Gambia economy anakwani Jola la kulunda nyoko na nyame. Ya jame strategy may use. Kasana uyadu ndani sererol tema, fulol tema, and orange tema plus will seal sotono. It has no basis. There's no fact. There's no historical fact. Membe sana uya dunila no nyinda malte mama sota. Ya jamela ube manipulate akitati. Alafu nyuwe na start. Anambra is using the same strategies. Anambra nyola moli. Yalo, it is very sad. Makenyolwe strategy shifa men use ka. Senegalese will be revenge leve bankotala. Senegalese will be la bankotala. And nal me cheku. Senegalese will yalo ne makesala be tribal catman play ka bankoka. And Anambra is using the same thing. But what Anambra did not understand, Anambra be tribal abe Amira konin tribal work at a Gambia kono. Ibi nyati na manding kolela, bolel suppress la. But Anambra, ninjolal ya realize ko watimen jolal bota kalamako. O bankoka Anambra man siko bankoka membo ko jolani manding kolo. Anambra ibe Gambia kele health leti. Main send na ongul sole mbaringolo. Jolal men before. Al kana song. Especially the army. Aliano ni aje Gambia army ma fansoto no aliano monem. There are a number of jolas in yanta member la army. But the bankola political trend Benjamin Teng imang hanyuala. Because Anambra ajele kodi they are the majority in the army. Ni oke tumamena. There are some violence ni oke ta banko kante ke wolbi banko tala. Akono otekela. Fasting in seafloor divide. Another tribal segment in London to empower those people like junglers and that is going to be the Gambia PIU. Almaji the government bail official that statement on ya big point when can the PIU. National Assembly should be debate la. National Assemblies bungot. Femo bele ka forward lad. You left out letala. Ya blend with their cook stories to create a violence. But almaji yenyi creation o menketeng. Adam barola molle use. Yen strategy used to kill this. Government official or bodyguard li killing. And an motorman tata we all saw it. A Mercedes Benz. What about Fendi de Kambankoka? Nyimbo di nyinyibe, nyinkoto mako watu scooter la fonga bembula. Anala scooter nyifanga ya wafile. Moto nyimbota mendole. Moto me sutinke. Abota mendole. O moto le. Ya mabo mentole. Atara kasa masile bang. Jumala drive. Ale sangare mwala okumoto nyinjopo da esi nyame. Investigation on form. Police la investigation. Yamomo mata kuno reports will monkey investigation manna. Ako mole will drive to the jungles. To the kasa masila jungle kona drop janata. Can you imagine this? And that particular motor in that detail and the number registration on me and who owned that car, the name was not even revealed at the so-called revelation I mean Peter Gomez lad. Ndanga Peter journalism. Peter Mayalong Peter, one of the prominent journalists. Peter lakta ka sankare ka hakilo bondi damendo. No ketete la. Esino ula. Yani kana to koronda la nyati lo. Janna anyanda nyini kala monela. Anyanda fly neko. Iko moto me a drive. O moto nyen nambale soda na registered on the Gambia Police Forces. Every moto iba registered la Gambia di ona nyina documents ole ka grade. Katika tender moto nyimbe dila wala. They should have at least get that number. Mole beje berin shooting in baker and the picture letter nga wale leje jang. O moto nyina number who owned that car. Munadna sankare man na law allow media revelation on the cover Gambia di ngoleko. Carle la moto ya drive. Bari yemunevo. Iko wobulata ya obe yankuba obe doku la Brikama Area Council. Manza kunda lafta ka falsified employment letter le bondina from Brikama Area Council. Nga yankuba won yinale. That financial director, that CEO, ila employment all, ila employees all. That man, he's trying to do every bit of everything. Every day, ila within the 8 hours alkamendoku or 12 hours alkamendoku Brikama Area Council. The moment ajita every information of Bekatela State House. That njonga and for njonga and for jumachonga and I don't know jonga. Jonga is a threat to that particular place. You'll have to falsified documents will prepare on this boiler behalf, Kataneko Bejele. But some Begambading will be tax la menna. A co demonstration dulato. It is man in Jijil. Alafo Ibrahim Sangareko. Let the government provide a pictures from their so-called fact findings. Yen boy nyinji katadiko is part of that demonstration. Ye picture nyimbondi, it was video, yabe televised le, yabe video le. Ye picture nyinti ya bondi. Moto nyinda number nyinda registration, who owned that car has to be revealed. Gambia government, jonga. Gambia government official, wala moto. A prominent, high-profile Gambia government officials, wala moto nyinta, and ala bodyguard le shooting at that airport onyinta to create this violence. Alafa sankare kwa evidence ol bondina. Musome nyi odi nyindi. Alafa nye beto soto Janneh. Men be nyi cook story soli nyi koma. Nye be soto Janneh. Wale nyi story nyindi. For this hata Bojang, is he a family member of Usenu Bojang? This need to be find out. Gambia di onga tax dia la leta nyi ko nyi find out. Number one. Jumale Muktari Jalloti. Gambia di ngolo. Nyune multi-mini alanko. Ye assigned to do this job. On Asan Bojang. Gen of money. Nyindeselo kono United Democratic Party ben yalan ko Allah security men be la dabala dato ye plano sotalien ibina mol men ibina andu ilafta mol men target la Muhammad Sabala name is appeared is on the list to be arrested or questions. Yankuba Dabo, the become General Councilor Chairman, despite any so-called allegation of making, he is part of is going to be part of these allegations. This so-called gunman is #1 list to be questioned again. Suleiman Saho, the United Democratic Party National Assembly member, I think. Yaya Menten Sanyang is going to be called and questions. Busumbala, Honorable Kante, Mealanko, Adam Barola headache lamati. Ibrahim Kante, is it Ibrahim Kante? Busumbala, Honorable, the former police officer, Mealankate Busumbala, Gambia United Democratic Party National Assembly members. His name is on the list to be arrested on these so-called allegations. But in yung arrest nyinte conduct la, ibe time frame le jibela. Janila sama meeting no bita menkela. Latest 10 o'clock. Mamadou Kande very well. Tomorrow 10 o'clock, ibe meeting menkela State House will determine. All the security heads will be there. Ninat na ablay sanya yala Johnny nying kota moto na Gambia. And this criminal on many anaka botatat ablay sanya na business partner le mati. Ibe mune jibela indulato. United Democratic Party la reaction e bole jibela from now against tomorrow 10 o'clock. Nima any result, nima any reaction ki. And they are going to use Sirifo Song also names appear too. Sirifo Song very well. Sirifo name is going to be appeared at the become General Council, including Abubakar Siddiq Janneh very well. So ibe yuri pila reaction o libe banku dingo la reaction o wala na sankare tata ay tensiono nyinjibe kamola tensiono nyinkol ka reaction o nyinjibe ibe la security works like la tonight and then by yuri pila statement o nyine jibe la mune bina happen na tomorrow Adam Barol ne la chronicle be benda 10 o'clock. I will keep updating you tomorrow as early as possible. Mune kita meeting dularo ya plan ne soto na Mba, I will keep updating the Gambian. Some manta do Columbia offering. Yeah, Mawar Sabal name is part of it. Yeah, call the phone. Imam Kafoko, Sankare Kafoko arrest has been conducted. Some arrest. So, Mbali update lare as time goes on, as early as possible. Manta dauda bi. So, information on the Jambo because you know some part la phone so rectify. Ningo for jang most likely ani nama na kionyama na credibility about tinyala. This is the office of the ambassador. Ndemo messenger na kumaliata wassalam almata wassalam. Jolal ni mandingol. Arambaro ya to leko banko kan katambi banko beti. Imagine bi nying inara mistake omen soto. Desan. Ye this man menta ya use. Ya mera no mandingol it. But I'm not commanding God. Where attention on you follow demanding. Because then it be only use la commanding call the malafi and baro masakundala. Wole kata PIU officers all in your fa. But another like mune keta jinla because mune at nepo you use no fam. Because ye PIU officer men fa jola bi jela ni manjako. A full bi jela ni manjako, right? Because these are the ya make sure the innocent non mandinka style victimizing the ilaftaka mandinko use ko brand ko wala the killer yenti to worsen in the situation ya alaja alabe mandinko protect ka banko ka nyame with all their devil plan against the mandinkas jolala aliaja ilafta ni mandinko le file nyoka ilafta fulo ni mandinko le file nyoka because fulo le fata jani manjakol ilafta manjakol ni mandinko le file nyoka bari imagine ata momi use ya melo bojan because bojan wal mandinko ni jola le soto ko silbe kono gambe silbe kono jola bojan anim bojan abi jola ni mandinko le kono yes sane soto mandinko kono ya soto jola kono ya tamba soto mandinko kono ya soto jola kono ye koli soto mandingo kono ya soto jola kono. So you see how connected these people are, how devilish these people are. They want to divide these tribes. Pritola personal interest. Jolal be bataka Gambia kono nyame. Mandinkol be sofa ka Gambia kono nyame. Surwal be bataka nyame o bango kam. Manjakol be bataka nyame. I left a Gambia na nyisiele talanila. Throughout la personal interest. Ali unity solo. Gambia Army. Adama Barrow is going to empower the Gambia PIU against you. What name mal empower? Kodobe la rembanko kanjele. Yes, Sanyan soto mandingo kone asoto jola kon. Alaji be yin control lulu abe soto jola ne mandingo dona kono Gambia. Ilaftal to le divide ndila. Alal nya yele. Main information of Onyamanke mandinka. It's a non-mandinka and it's a non-jola. As short on my born mom. It's a non-jola. It's a non-mandinka. A pure indigenous Fulalafonye. The second informant is a Wolof. Surwale nyemfonye. Akonye, you know what? Akonye kontulangajele ko ntuluma interest man sala nyembankoka. Ntulunga biggest chunks of the Gambia economy. That's what we need. Well, unity le sort. Akonye unity is among us. Why not out of the unity sort? Biggest revelation is coming tomorrow. Seriously. To the recap of this story, the killer of these PIU officers is a bodyguard to one of the Adama Barrow top government official. Mealonka a blatted drug scandal lekono, and the man is going. He be drug traffic. And a bodyguard so yalonko ni paramilitary ye search to mamle be falale ye shooting it ada nyimbo ka bribe to make such a statement katilem the killati ye team of individual in London ka cook up story the London State House kanaka gambe media ni ka falsified information deal nyana mona story tonight gambe ni ngona yata ni mata United Democracy Party last but not the least. When United Democracy Party jele release nyimbondi la spokesperson ale mame tal atara kere fatu ale mame tal tara kere fatu United Democracy Party Gambia fila kana mala iba mala la true jumale kama bin ibe lafta Gambia mala la pro United Democracy Party la existences. Il have time the product cannot exist anymore. United Democracy Party in order to serve the Gambians. Gambia is a 95% Muslim country. United Democracy Party. And mame funding tal tata media to I Facebook kere fatu I nga release ko United Democracy Party kata press release le bonne about FMG, female genital mutilation. United Democracy Party. Gambia ni wale amwele. Momo yalonko ni United Democracy Party la executive ol kadiam. Ni United Democracy Party imam press release bondi about Adama Barrow la ni allegation. Iko kata press release bondi munela. Mushonda nyakatota. Look, United Democracy Party, aliya la kulfang, aliya calculate leba. Jumale fango United Democracy Party, ika jumale please. Left awole lona. United Democracy Party kadi. Ning United Democracy, I'm telling you this. Ni United Democracy, nte as an individual, nte kadi amon fawle to yala. Any press release bond about this female genital mutilation, this female genital mutilation, nte kan dahale. I will be resigned from United Democracy Party. Resign. I'm going to be very hard on them. Because of the useless political parties, they don't even have a belief. They don't even have a culture. Ole statement of police. Alfanaka statement of police. Akata jumale police. But no, but Janinka diamotem follow. No, but ngamera. Mune fawnyande yinkila issue United Democracy Party la parliament member solbe men discourse kan National Assembly. NPP la National Assembly member solbe men di Gambia National Assembly be men represent kan atole mo sota be mena fala outlato ka president ka kada nyuma le police indi western wall almana government for la left western wall le police la karga meno lo wolende albana nako Gambia dingolo 90% me alanko be in kolik ika ke Gambia kono be kika njar anu muslime dingol le bakala di alko Gambia mo muslime bankolti anu united alko majority mo muslime wolti o banko kan and lafta o banko le marala al muslime la tol kol tubli hani even a single statement al kana about these issues forget about it. The major pressing issue be Gambia kono jene men yalanko wala kumayata. The pressing issues Gambia economy be fakan. Ifele be yankuba be allegation ba katang lakan la party la. Ale ochala concerned. Ale Gambia dingon la tension on yin calling. Ale ajeko banko nyanta malala de. Nim banko nyanta Gambia nyanta burukala nyinela. But such an allegation mota talano as an individual. Nye statement on nyanta brana United Democracy Party la block. United Democracy Party sometimes ala action on kajeko. This party, what is wrong with this leadership? Sometimes I see something very, very terribly wrong with the United Democracy Party. Banko fela be mala kuoto. Innocent individual fele bine be mutile be basemeria tamanila urke bide be sorona. Through la party, monat ne ko bal konna because banko na economy babe seleka in 6 months time. Adama baroma sakunda ate julolu jonola. Ilafta monekela koteke. Ilafta wo fuaro la tax men be ka collect birikama era council. Ka yankuba wipe out je. Kanaka ota kataka batra din dom because he cannot politically use. Ibitela loyal jola wala ibitela basemeria ibitela general kila wala be sungurul bonla jibe sambalto babri ibite general kodolla. Yo allegation bana ni wud United Democracy Party ma any issue so de ko kada moneke je musola nyakaro ta kada press release bonde wala je ni marisa ndende Janneh kunda dingoti no ndete kena party leader to banko kan I'm telling you na party kana register na party ma register lo banko kan yele NSGWP will be registered in that country. I am going to be an opposition like United Democracy Party. No, Fanental is the spokesperson of United Democracy Party. Kamedi ngona nyanta nyina nonna. Iko Friday la wanda. Friday nyinjuma long. Really almanta any press release on the Friday. Many could repeat la Janneh. I will repeat these things. Benny the boy ngale bina nasista I've been on some candidate but many repeat la Janneh. Atol Gambia dingol membe Gambia. Na la solimali bali bul suokono. La mutali de afe. Ni molbe dingol sama la nyakato. Ali bule sama. Ni la solima be bul suokono amante tora fenna. Ni nga sama nyakato wete tora monela. Ibo kele la monela. Alemu scientifical proof le boni na wot lato. Gambia la lopitano me yana ko musumen tata nyakato wala fata ji. Ali yanon ko momen ka fawo lopitano to. Ali olon. By the way, ngana me press very important information on the Gambia on labi. Inya karata ko ni. Ina Democracy Party la labonda ko kono. Alal dabo ni nyakarata ko kono. Gambe misil dingol ne mbay dingol sama nyakara la sama nyakato. Ni mente dingo solima kondula tuje. Ni me dingo solima fana kondi da soronga feje. Barkana dino kela. Ni me mbakela lake. Ntole buka foko arabo lenyi ke mbakela le. Ala la sunno. Islamo la sunno. Wala kabula wala ko. Ni mu muslime dingo ti nyanta nyentala. Mo believe ta ko te mu muslime dingo ti. Ni muslimo le sunno menega. Bungo inene bungo jele ye foundation o sing. Ima rofo cha konto. Ngamane ko ni left a bungo solid kamane keje foundation ola. Islam la 5 pillars all anata sunno le so bunga foundation nasarant e kamana jala e ka bun kulun ken sawon lo e dunga kono ni samana te maro fo ja kono ne be kala laje Islam on ni tunkol le nata tunkul lu be Islam on anata surround with sunnah ni mo sunno le balo ni tlaw dino be kala no nyaade de ngatu babul so la tubabul na maintinya ye wuliyal be fonye jang je ipo bala dino kala nyabe nya ikatubabu du kono je jang jaman kono jang muslimia is increasing Angleterre jibe jame on be Angleterre wo fongo jame on kotate angal ate Gambia kono ni jumo sita juma salomen kake Angleterre kono abuka ke Gambia fongo kono ale muslime na fiki di mal be sirin Gambia banko dingol fel ana barobe banko dingol bela na fulo batara din tinyala ale man fosa so do lato de bara ha islam al bita wala kelela islam al bita wala kelela Adam baro fele wandi dim fulata ye fa in the name of politics. Prokanaka violence create o banko gang. Ali nyimba sem wadonga kamfara kafambe ba fengole fontini la nyinkura. Alman fota sorode. Bar islamo kelenya albe ole kodo. Albe bulala wandi alifalla. Na dina nyato kula albe bulale la je. Ngam media la je be mi am fatil to tinyala. Be media house lo yela. Meni alan ko dia bekas wala ka balu mo le buloko. Media house nyuma ka balu afayeja. Ikamune soto no. They are all bakers. Wale kasika ima fati jake tonye. Ima fati ima modani. Anemanda sidla taka modani in lato. Atala account ala londo zona. Menkara abilif talale. Piyala kakata akamune ke od lato. Akawole lima. Ima fati hanara samoto fisara menoti. Wale kaloika ima fati kukolane. Dr. Aissatou Touré nyolo. Meni alon ke buke janaba kunyale famo imano. Dr. Aissatou Touré da dingol be solima kundi be siri ngaya suoko na be futuni. Okan asi kweta imam fatil ares muslimol be siro banko kan alman terrorism organize kabmaza kundala motol be basel siloka gambe de ngalto kam 99 ina arabol ka bomode de ka bomone feteng no me kam farin ne no paranga na tay saba wadanga na karama la no nali nyi muslima ko faja yala wona ndete kenola I cannot be a security officer in that country. I'm going to do very terrible things in that country. I'm telling you. Look, battery am be banko kan osia batale. Adam barola mol findi da tele to Janneh yatandi. Look, mol findi da tele to Janneh TRRC. Yatandi mol bela leko. Molo ta jele nte barindi na kosin broda tumani jala kalo dat na konole faraja nakafa. O ba bel be sirin Gambia kono jene biol ka da baro support molni wol mambe kilo ke buye fa atul mislimi na fiki dingol be siro banko ka moli battery ak how many victims ya jame over 300 and something victims in that country o ba semeri gol be sirin Gambia kono jene be borla be men diate bi ko le doma atul mo problem o solve al moment secunda suppress to solve that problem. Injustice member banko kang. Dini jelle far. Sojaro tara mo bunki do la farabaya fa. Ablay sanyam barinde umemo barinde undi police amuta bugi. Paramilitary abula innocently a bunki do la singo kati. Doma na ba fa. Ulbe man sorombi o banko kang. Atul man mo sura be men kira ko mo islamo. Marangana taiza wa. Noge ni wadonka kamfale. I became very nka tempted. Kube kala o banko ka anyanta buru kala le ne va batara dingol mo la le mak bala comfort Janneh aba semeri ngan kali alana la ngan kali sabala nimbi intebe gambe banko kambe army. I have access to God. I'm going to do something very terrible in that country. Na bite until the Janneh kunda dingoti Eva kufa mola me kule Janneh nyana ngana sika like you know ngasa wanga smile because I say hikato as keno kumolo fon fotambul jan sound but angalem gambe dingo atul gambe army Dama sometimes almala do ko almakalo the police yal talaka o banko dingol protect beda na Janneh you know